Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about electrochemical machining process, the equipment that is the major components of that, and what is the chemistry behind electrochemical machining process. So these two topics we will be discussing in this video. Already in video 1, we clearly discussed about what is the working principle and what is Faraday's law, the parts which can be made by electrochemical machining process. All those things we discussed in detail. So in this video, we shall discuss about the chemistry and the equipment process. First, we'll start with the chemistry of electrochemical machining process. As we are aware that electrochemical machining process is opposite to the electrochemical or the galvanic coating or the deposition process, because during electrochemical machining process the reactions take place at the electrodes, that is at the anode. In other words, we can call it as a workpiece, and even at the cathode also, and within the electrode all these things takes place. Let us take an example of machining a low carbon steel, which is mainly composed of ferrous alloys. Low carbon steels means we know like the carbon content will be less, where the iron content will be more. So we generally use the neutral salt solution, and electrolyte recommended is usually the sodium chloride as usual to machine ferrous alloys. So the ionic dissociation of sodium chloride and water takes place in the electrolyte, which is shown below. And what is the chemistry thing? For example, if I am taking sodium chloride as the electrode, and during the reaction where the sodium is the anode, and what is that, the chlorine is the negative, so we can call it as the anode and cathode. And similarly, when I am talking about the water, means where hydrogen is having positive ions, and what is that, the oxygen is having negative ions. So as the potential difference is applied across the electrode, the movement of the ions start in between the tool and workpiece. So the positive ions move towards the tool and negative ions move towards the workpiece. So here I can write it as like 2 times of hydrogen plus 2 times of like the negative ions. And here we can able to see 2 hydrogen positive ions and 2 like negative electrodes that leads to the production of a hydrogen. So in the same way, the iron atoms come out from the anode, that is the workpiece, as like the positive ions. Here the positive ion is nothing but ferrous. So the ferrous I can call it as like 2 positive ferrous ions and 1 negative electrodes, 2 times of. So within the electrolyte, the sodium ions combine with the hydroxyl ions and form sodium hydroxide, and ferrous ion combine with the chloride ions and form ferrous chloride. Also ions combine with the hydroxyl ions and form iron hydroxide. So sodium and like a hydroxide, which is sodium is positive and hydroxide is negative, which is nothing but sodium hydroxide. And similarly ferrous and chlorine. So ferrous is the positive ions and chlorine is the negative ions. So we will get the the ferrous chloride we will be getting. So in the electrolyte, the ferrous chloride and the ferrous dioxide produced and gets precipitated in the form of the sludge and settled down. So in this way, material is removed from the workpiece as a sludge. So this is about the chemistry of the electrochemical machining process. Now we will see the various reaction taking place in the electrochemical machining process with the detailed sketch we will be discussing now. So the electrochemical machining system has the following major components, that is the power supply, electrolyte filtration and delivery system, tool feed system, and working tank. So this is the major setup. Of course, the remaining things was not shown here because the focus is mainly on the anode and the cathode. So we can able to see this is the workpiece. So whatever the shape we are looking for in the workpiece, whether it is U shape, V shape, or T shape, L shape, whatever the shape we are looking for, so mostly the shape of the tool also should be made in the same thing. And as usual, there is a passage in between the tool what we are, that is the electrode what we are using here, and in this passage only where the electrolyte will be fed. And we are all aware that sodium chloride is the electrolyte we are using, and it is properly insulated with a proper material. And the tool is connected with a negative current charge, that is the cathode, and the workpiece is connected with the positive current charge, that is nothing but anode. So when the electrolyte is supplied in the presence of high current, where the current will be passed through this electrode in the presence of electrolyte. It will start impinge on the workpiece so that the metals ions, it will get dissolved, or else we can call it as a vaporization or ionization, whatever thing we can call it as, so that there will be a metal removal rate, and even the metal removal rate also will be very quicker that, and simultaneously there should be a pumping arrangement. You can able to see this electrolyte filtration and delivery system is there. So here in the sketch it is not shown, but actually there is a separate system which flushes away all the molten workpiece metals as a result of this electric current, and that will be carried away, and again the same electrolyte will be reused with the help of a proper filtering arrangement. It will be provided, and you can able to see the different phases of the metal. This is when initially it is applied, only a few layers of the metals is removed, and later by continuously applying the same electrolyte condition in the presence of current, where we could able to see a long groove in this workpiece. So when I speak about working of the electrochemical machining process, first the workpiece is assembled in the fixture and the tool is brought closer to the workpiece. The tool and the workpiece is immersed in a suitable electrolyte. After that, a potential difference is applied across the workpiece, that is anode and the tool. So the potential difference here is nothing but some kind of positive and the negative charge that should be applied. That only will be called as a potential difference. And the removal of the material starts, and the material is removed in the same manner as we have discussed above in the working principle. And tool feed system advances the tool towards the workpiece and always keeps a required gap in between them. The material from the workpiece comes out as positive ions and combined with the ions present in the electrolyte and precipitates as sludge, and hydrogen gas is liberated at the cathode during the machining process. Since the dissociation of the material from the workpiece takes place at atomic level, so it gives excellent surface finish. The sludge from the tank is taken out and separated from the electrolyte. So the electrolyte, after filtration, again transported to the tank for the ECM process. And even we have the process parameters and other things that we can continue in the next video. So we need to focus more on this working of the electrochemical machining process only in this video. And now we will discuss what kind of materials can be used for the cathode and anode. As we know that some materials they are electrically good, they are good in electrical conduction, and some materials are not good in electrical conductions. So when we speak about the drawbacks of electrochemical machining process, it is recommended only for the metals which is good in electrical conductivity. Say for example some non-ferrous metals and diamond, composites and other materials which cannot conduct electricity. Such kind of materials we cannot do machining in by using electrochemical machining process. We need to go with other machining process where the such kind of materials can be removed by the non-traditional machining process. And even when we are choosing the electrically conductive materials also, and we should be aware that, because some materials may be highly positive and some material may be highly negative. I'm talking about the ionic nature of the metals. So if I'm talking about the metals which is highly negatively charged, means it may be copper, gold, silver, aluminium. So such kind of metals I can use it as a cathode. And some materials which is too good in the positivity charge, it may be ferrous and all the steel alloys. So all those things I can use it as a workpiece, that is nothing but anode. So the material selection and other things we should be little conscious, and particularly on these kind of machining process. Thank you.